Broadcast. You know, the holidays are a time for decorating and celebrating and spending time with family and friends, but these ideas can change when we or someone we love struggles with a serious or life-threatening illness. Community Hospice of Texas is here to share tips on weathering these challenges. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to be real honest. Right before this segment, you said to me, does it freak you out a little bit to talk about hospice? And I said yes, because I've not had somebody who's gone through it, and I've always viewed hospice as a place people go to die. And you said no, it's so much more than that, and it actually is so much more that it's the opposite of that.
It is the opposite of that. In fact, the studies show that on average people tend to live about 28 days longer on hospice than if they were to stay in the hospital and keep fighting and struggling. And because hospice is all about comfort for the patient and for the family, we get to see some amazing transitions take place once people come to that acceptance. It's a difficult decision to make to go on hospice. We totally understand that. But once you make that decision and admit the reality of it, we can do amazing things as far as helping make people transition and accept the number of days that they may have left and finish strong rather than backpedaling.
Right, because you were saying, you know, there's 100% mortality rate for all of us. So in this situation, in a hospice setting, the idea is more focusing on making the end of life amazing rather than focusing on the end of life.
We get to help make amazing transitions happen every day, because there is resistance to make that hospice decision, and we all understand that. I would be resistant myself to finally make that decision, but once you make it and come to terms with that.
Why would people be hesitant to make the transition if the idea of hospice is to make the end of your life so much more comfortable?
Well, because the perception out there is that hospice, I'm going to be dead in a few days, and so that's kind of who wants to think about that.
Right.
We can help make that transition. Once they make the decision to come on hospice, we can really help them come to terms with that and finish in a much more healthy, strong, even kind of in a joyful way.
Yeah, I mean, but the truth is that if you are going into hospice care, you don't have, you know, probably years left. You have a short amount of time left. Is that safe to say?
Typically, if you go on hospice, the diagnosis is you've got 6 months or less. Some people outlive that. We hope that they do. You know, we're pulling for them.
My mother lived 9 months because of hospice.
Yeah,
Susie says her mother lived 9 months longer because of hospice.
It's the most significant job I've ever gotten to do, because it's just remarkable the things you get to do. Not just for patients, but for families too. And
let's talk about the holidays, because this is a difficult time of year for people who are caring for a loved one that has an illness. But almost more important this time of year than any other, to be supportive for that person. And maybe hospice is a good idea for a lot of people this time of year.
Yeah, it really is. I would say, you know, instead of letting the holidays kind of sneak up on you or dreading them, plan ahead. You know, plan what you're going to do with that time and where you're going to be. Be with good people, you know, surround yourself with good people, allow those people to support you, let the tears flow once in a while. That's okay. Tears are very healthy.
And as it was saying on the screen, simplify the holidays. Don't make it so stressful and so crazy. Like, just get down to the basics. And really, that, I think the point that you made that is so important that I hope people hear is that it is by doing that, by simplifying, you really get down to what's important, and that is making the end of this amazing life memorable.
I do this all day, every day. I still get chills just sitting here talking about it, because it's amazing what people can do and what we get to work with people, allow them to do, and to accept this transition, and really to relax, calm down, think about their loved ones. If they're religious, turn to God.
Right.
You know, instead of backpedaling, like I said, finish strong.
Yeah. Focus on life rather than death.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for being here today and
Thank you.
talking
I really
about
appreciate it.
A difficult subject, but one that a lot of people misunderstand. I hope now they have a better idea of what it means.
We're always willing to talk to. Thank you.
If you or one of your family members or your friends would like to contact one of the many Texas locations for the Community Hospice of Texas, you can call them at the number there on your screen, 888-880-9093. You can also check out their website if you have questions at chot.org. You'll find support and care, because your life matters and the life of your loved ones matters as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Okay, more to talk about when the broadcast continues. Stay with us.